Hallå?
Jeg kokte opp noe jeg hadde i fryseren. Har du lyst på litt suppe?
Ja?
Lyst på litt suppe?
Ja da, det går bra.
Ikke noe? Helt sikker?
Ja.
Ok, greit.
What's up guys, it's Ed from Tech Source and welcome to Setup Wars episode 50 where you submit your desk setup to... Alright, I get it. Jesus. You win fair and square. Kylo, they want you, man. Just please don't mess up.
What's up guys, it's Kylo from the First Order and welcome to Setup Wars episode 50 Potato Edition, where I'm going to be tearing through some shitty setups, so without wasting any more time, let the show begin.
No, stop. Kylo, dude, I told you, it's let the setup wars begin. Now let the show...
Let the Setup Wars begin.
Never pay full price for games ever again, guys. G2A offers the cheapest CD keys you can find anywhere. Check them out by clicking on the...
Alright, that's enough of that nonsense. The person with the worst setup in this episode will receive $100 that will hopefully go towards their setup, and there will be a straw poll link down below so you guys can vote. Here are your 5 pathetic noobs. FaZe, Joey, Rubinski, Tommy, and Valkill. Starting off the show, we have FaZe and this disgusting laptop setup. We have the Lenovo laptop and an HP mouse on top of the world's smallest table. I swear, my forehead has more space than this. I'll give you a point for trying to stick to a black and red color scheme. We have a red mouse with a red notebook and a red plastic container which appears to be empty. Did your parents forget to stock up on food there? Because it seems like you're eating the crumbs. What can I say? Get a bigger desk and clean up the cables a bit. Maybe even get a smaller power strip because that thing looks like a vacuum cleaner and it only has one outlet. Joey is next up with a ghetto setup. We have the 24-inch BenQ monitor on top of some cubbies and the Microsoft Comfort keyboard and Cougar 7M mouse. This poor bastard doesn't even have an actual table, but at least you have a PC. Surely this can't be good for your back, sitting on that chair and bending over to type on a keyboard while you have your neck bending backwards looking up at the monitor. Cable management isn't surprising at all. I mean, if you can't afford a bed frame for your mattress, then you obviously can't afford a real desk. Maybe instead of buying a PC and spending almost $200 on a monitor, you should invest in an actual desk first. At number 3, we have Rubinski with this. A massive 40-inch Samsung TV which is used as a monitor. We also have the Razer Black Widow Chroma keyboard and a SteelSeries Sensei mouse. I want to know what possessed you to make this decision of going with a 40-inch display. I don't even want to get into the cable management. This is pretty much a lost cause. The soundbar is being blocked off by the TV, and that's supposed to be centered in the front of your display. The desk is missing a drawer. You have stickers on your PS4, and your GPU is not even on the first PCI slot. What the hell did you get me into? You're the kind of person that belongs on the dark side. Someone who doesn't care about humanity and what's right. I like you. Come, together we can make people cringe. Next up we have Tommy with a real setup. Now you can get headshots and wash dishes at the same time. Talk about multitasking. So it looks like we have a 24-inch Asus monitor with the Logitech G430 headset just chilling on there. We also have the Razer Black Widow Chroma keyboard and a Death Adder mouse. Is that a SpongeBob cup? What are you, 7 years old? I don't even know how your neck isn't broken playing like this. Can't you at least try and center the monitor in the middle of the keyboard? Because this can't be healthy, especially since you don't have any back support. Maybe if you end up winning the $100, you can not only buy a cheap table from IKEA, but also a chair to go with it. Good luck, Tommy. May the force be with you. Hope you die in a fire. Last but sure as hell not least, we have Valkill with this disaster. First off, this setup looks like it's in a closet or garage of some sort, judging by all of those storage containers. Is that an Ego box? I don't even know where to begin with this setup. We have a laptop hooked up to a TV, a disgusting floor that desperately needs cleaning, a random GPU that's being used as a stand for the laptop, and is that a power supply unit just chilling there? Cable management is atrocious and there seems to be way too many things going on here. Let's hope none of those storage containers fall off and break you into pieces. Alright, I think I had enough of these pathetic setups for one day. There is a straw poll link down below. Make sure you guys click on it and vote on whichever setup made you barf the most. The winner will be announced on Ed's Twitter and Instagram accounts, so make sure you're following him there.
Alright, so that is it for this episode. If you guys enjoy these worst setup editions, make sure to leave a like. And if this video reaches 30,000 likes, I will do these every 5 episodes instead of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ladies and gentlemen, the 5th ever official Setup Wars seal of approval goes to... What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource and welcome to Setup Wars episode 49 Ultimate Edition, where I feature the best of the best setups right here in this episode. It's about to get real. Without wasting any more time, let the Setup Wars begin. Never pay full price for games ever again, guys. G2A offers the cheapest CD keys you can find anywhere. Check them out by clicking on the link below. So as I mentioned in the intro of this video, this is called the Ultimate Edition, where I basically put together the best desk setups all in one episode. And I'm doing this because I realize it's just not fair putting high-end setups with decent or basic setups, because they always end up winning and it just doesn't make any sense. So hopefully with this new change, Setup Wars will be more balanced and more fair. But anyways, everyone's gear for their setups, along with anything I recommend in this episode, will be linked below. But here are your 5 setup masters for this episode. We have Ben, Emil, Kyle, Marcus, and Julius. Let the optical orgasms begin. Starting off, we have Ben and his black and blue triple monitor setup. We have 3 Dell 24-inch monitors hooked up to the Ergotech monitor stand, and below that we have the Razer Nostromo gamepad, Corsair K70 RGB keyboard, and the Mad Catz 9 wireless gaming mouse. And all of that is resting on top of the Corsair extended mouse pad. I love how he organized the Logitech Z50 speakers around the desk. It looks very clean and symmetrical. Hell, even the coasters are symmetrical. We have one on each side. My OCD thanks you. I also love the fact that you added a boom arm for your mic. A very clever decision and a very clever placement right on the actual monitor stand. It keeps the mic off your desk and you can retract it back and hide it behind your monitors when you are not using them. Sticking with the black and blue theme, we also have a GT Omega racing chair and some blue LEDs in the back of the mic desk. Cable management is also on point. We have everything wrapped up and routed in the back of the desk using some cable clips and zip ties. I mean, if you can keep a drawer clean like this, then cable management shouldn't be an issue at all. The PC that's powering the setup has an i7-3820 and an AMD HD 7950, which he is planning on upgrading to a 980 Ti. The only thing I'm not a fan of is that random box to the left of your setup. It kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, and I feel like there's no real reason for it to be there. I also like that you hung your headphones on a hanger, but I feel like it's a bit out of reach being on the right side and all the way down there. I mean, if you can reach it with no problem, then just ignore my recommendation, but what about placing it on the left side of your desk using this type of hanger? I feel like it would be a lot easier to reach, but overall a very clean setup. Thank you, Ben, very much for entering. Email is next up with 3 24-inch Dell monitors mounted against the wall. God damn, that looks beautiful. On the desk we have the Corsair K70 RGB keyboard and a Corsair M65 RGB mouse on top of the Corsair extended mouse pad. Sandwiching the monitors, we have 2 Audio Engine A5 Plus speakers and a Belkin Lightning charging dock for the iPhone on the right side. Cable management is flawless. It appears that he drilled a hole for both the keyboard and mouse and routed the cables on the roof of the desk and behind the drawers. Job well done, but what the hell did you do with the monitor wires?
What sorcery is this?
No, but seriously, I think that he routed them through the wall because that's pretty much the only way I see it being possible. The PC that's powering the setup has a 4770K and an EVGA GTX 760 inside the NZXT H440 case. Excellent cable management in here as well. On the opposite...
Peggy 18.
You seen this? Unknown. Unidentified settlement ships. You are moving into a restricted situation.
They just opened fire. We're f***ing fire.
Fired at the Asia Pacific. Went down.
Data's
are getting breaking news out of Switzerland.
Geneva has suffered a massive attack.
Death count continues to rise, and there's no end in sight.
This is Top Cat Sovereign. Divert and deploy all available assets immediately.
Holy shit.
Let's get to the tower! Go, go, go! Fix the house! Keep going! Off his right! Multiple hostiles!
Biggest surprise attack in the history of the world. How could they not have seen us coming? It's one of our own.
We have no precedent for this. We have no playbook for this. And apparently, we have little time. Let me make our situation absolutely clear. We are now at war with the Settlement Defense Front. Godspeed, Captains.
You got eyes on this, Reyes?
Affirmative. Let's get in there!
Pre-order the Legacy Edition and get Modern Warfare Remastered. Play map packs 30 days early, only on PlayStation. This is for the players.
On today's episode of Setup Clinic, Cookie and I talk with Kurt about what he can do to improve his setup.
Does your setup have a cold, perhaps a fever? Worry no more. The Setup Clinic is here to mend all your troubles. The Setup Clinic is a fun way to discuss how to improve your setup with hosts Matt Billy and Kieran Dunn. Sit back and relax because the doctors will see you now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Setup Clinic. I'm your host, Matt Philly.
And I'm Kieran Dunn.
Today's patient is Kurt, and he's on the line with us right now. Kurt, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I'm 17. I'm from Canada. I'm a part-time bowler, but when I'm not doing that, I'm here at my desk playing games and listening to records.
What would you say is the biggest problem with your setup currently?
The main problem with my setup is this cheapo $40, Walmart fold-out table I bought, and this junk excuse for a wood shelving unit.
So yeah, talking about that fold-out table, that is the first thing that I realized in the setup that's not working. Not only is it a little bit dirty, but it's just not working. You need to get yourself an IKEA Linmon. I always recommend it, and I think it would work perfectly in this setup.
So for me, the first thing I noticed was the floor. Kurt, do you own a vacuum cleaner?
Well, you see, it broke, and I've just been meaning to get another one.
Yeah, well, I think you should probably hop on that real quick. When I first saw the photo, I thought maybe it was because you've got a potato camera, but the more I zoomed in, it looked nasty and horrible. So you should probably clean that up. Not only does it look nasty, but it's also a health issue. So you should probably
get that sorted.
So the thing is with this setup, the peripherals are great. It's literally just a problem with furniture and placement of things. Now, one thing I would recommend is getting a shelf. They actually have the cube shelving at IKEA, so while you're picking up your new desk, you get that, and you can actually place your vinyls on display. You can put the player on top, and it would just look a lot nicer, and you can really show off your collection.
So again, with IKEA, if you're going to get rid of that shelving unit there, I think you should go for the IKEA floating shelves, the ones that I currently have. I feel that you could display, if you're not going to display your records on the shelf there, then you could display them up on the shelf and put them in a frame or whatever. You could also display your pop vinyls that you've got. And then if you're going to go for the table, the Limon table, you should go for a white floating shelf as well, so everything sort of flows and matches.
So what I would also recommend is possibly getting a laptop stand. Kurt, do you usually have your laptop there at all times?
It hasn't moved in a long time. I usually just use it to throw open a web browser when I'm gaming, or a chat like Discord.
So I think a laptop stand would definitely be beneficial in this scenario, because not only will it look better, but it would probably be easier for you to use and also at a better height. So that's definitely something you should look into. Now the other thing would be the PC. I don't really like what is that even on, Kurt? What is that?
That is a multicolored nightstand I got when I was like 6.
Set it on fire if you could.
I've been meaning to do that.
When you get a new desk, I think what would be good is if you just have a little slab of wood or a PC stand, put it under there. I think it would look great, and it will actually save you a lot of room.
I think another thing you would benefit from is having an extended mouse mat. Since you are a gamer, more space is always is preferable when moving the mouse around, but it also protects the desk, because I can see you've also got stains on this desk, so if you do get the new one, that could protect that. It stops from scratching. Another idea I sort of had is, I'm not sure how the audio sounds, considering you do like records and stuff, as you said. How are the speakers currently for you? Would you consider maybe getting Razors if they're not, if the audio isn't directed towards your ears?
In their current position, the audio, sounds fine for me, but if it would be both beneficial to the sound quality and be aesthetically pleasing, I would be very open to the idea.
Alright, so I think the major ISO that I'm sure everyone has spotted is these cables. Obviously, the main recommendation for any video that comes from Swashing is the IKEA Signum. You can also use coupon Swashing for 0% off. Yeah. But you can have that, and it makes things, it just raises them up a little, if possible. I know that the power adapter sort of isn't in the way, but I don't like it when it's on the floor, so maybe you could raise that in there as well, and it cleans the cables up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. I'll take that into consideration.
So now, with all the recommendations that we just made, let's take a look at a 3D render of how Kurt's setup could look if he actually listened to us.
Ta-da!
Wow, thanks guys for all the help you've given me.
No problem.
Hey man, it's what we do for a living. Alright, before we get out of here, Kurt, go ahead and plug your Twitter, your YouTube, your Twitch, whatever you want.
You can find me at kurtgrosser.com. That will take you to my YouTube. You can find me pretty much anywhere on social media at Kurt Grosser.
And that's it for the first episode of Setup Clinic. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Philly.
And I'm Kieran Dunn.
And I'm Kurt Grosser.
And don't forget, laughter is the best medicine. Bye now.
Bye.
Want to be a patient on Setup Clinic? Email high-quality, well-lit photos of your setup to setupclinic@gmail.com. Be sure to include the dimensions of your room, and if you're selected, you'll receive a reply with more information.
On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact, because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
This episode of Hit My Setup is sponsored by Glasswire, firewall software that reveals threats your antivirus can't detect. Glasswire's firewall reveals all your network activity with full threat monitoring. You can quickly see what happened while you were away, and you can seamlessly monitor internet bandwidth and usage. Do you run a VPN? Glasswire has a remote server monitoring feature perfect for that. Glasswire, protect your privacy. Save 10% by visiting the referral link in the description below. This episode of Hit My Setup is sponsored by Inked Gaming Playmats. They sell playmats of all sizes with a wide variety of art, or you can even use your own custom design. All sales of their art give commission directly to the artists. They even sell wall tapestries to decorate your room. Check out the custom Setup Addicts extended mouse pads, which will be linked in the description, along with a link to Inked Gaming Playmats. We thank them for their support of the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pin My Setup, episode number 88. We're going live on April 7th, 2016. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly.
My name is Ian. You can find me on Twitter at 101 Dark Monkey or at Ian101DM. Whatever one. Doesn't really matter.
Both work. Both Twitters.
Both work, yeah.
Yeah, you can go check those out. If you have not heard of his channel, go check it out. I'll link it down below. He does funny skits, and it's good content. It's very, very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, so quick little word before we get into the show. I have not checked submissions in about 2 or 3 days. We have a few hundred now, so it's going to take me a bit. Like I said, we're booked up until like the end of summer, so hopefully I up it to 3 episodes like you guys were saying, and we'll get through it a little bit quicker. And also, I am taking submissions to be a co-host on Pin My Setup because I thought it'd be fun, and now there's a lot of submissions, so make sure you get yours in, and yeah, so fun stuff. All right, let's get into the first setup of the day, submitted by Stefan. He said he currently works in a hospital, he lives on his own, he also goes to college, and he started PC gaming about 7 months ago, blah, blah, blah. So taking a look at this, how old do you think he is?
Well, he said he's at college, and he works at a hospital, so he has to be at least 12 or 13. No, but honestly, I'm going to say maybe like 23?
Oh my god, 22, so like right there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, close, but 22, and this is his setup. Now, I don't know if you agree, but don't you feel like you just get like overwhelmed looking at it?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like the shelf has so much stuff happening.
Like it's cool that you have DVDs and stuff, but man, that stuff's kind of obsolete now. So yeah, I'm trying to think like first things that kind of come to my mind is like I like the foam-proof foam stuff going around the wall. Like I like that it's purple and gray. We don't see a lot of purple in setups, and I really like how it looks. But yeah, I just think that it's like overwhelming at first glance. But what do you think? Is there something that you don't like about it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he has soundproofing behind the monitors. Now, I'm not an expert in soundproofing, but like, do you need it behind the monitor? Like, I don't know, I think he could probably move that shelf over to the other wall or to another wall and then just kind of have that desk centered there.
Yeah.
And then like move that soundproofing out more, but...
Yeah, well, technically, if we're getting technical, that's why I said technically.
Okay.
The soundproofing is really not doing anything. Like,
okay, yeah.
There's like a whole thing where you have to get it in the corners of the room. That's where it's like this whole thing, and I know someone in the comments is gonna tell me I'm wrong, but yeah, I definitely agree. Like the shelf, you might have to part ways with some of that stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not going to watch, all of those movies.
Yeah.
Like, let's see. He's got some good movies. I mean, I think he'd probably be a cool friend to have. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say maybe that shelf is, like, the main problem here. Because it kind of doesn't work with your PC. If you look on the second photo, you'll see the placement of the PC is not... It's not ideal. Your feet are kind of right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You wouldn't have much leg room because of the PC, especially that what is that, like a leg rest to the right or something, or just a weird coffee table?
Yeah, it's got like I think his printer on it, so I guess it's just there because why not?
Yeah.
It works. Plus, it's got like little features. You can see it a lot.
Yeah.
If you were able to rotate the computer, it would work a lot better. But then again, he's also trying to show off the inside. It's got the purple LEDs and whatnot. So.
Yeah. Also, something I noticed too, just right now, is he has like green LEDs going behind his desk instead of doing something like purple or gray. Well, I guess you really can't do much gray LED. You can do purple.
Yeah, gray. I'm like, yeah, LEDs are on. Trust me, they're there. Yeah, I think. I mean, maybe because of the Joker, he's like trying to play off that.
Oh.
Like I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool, but I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like, why not follow suit with the rest of the colors in their setup? But yeah, I think that overall it just comes down to you need more storage. You have a lot on your desk. You need to kind of put that elsewhere, maybe in like a drawer, maybe in the garbage. I don't know. Maybe somewhere just not there. And I mean, look at that little garbage can. It's like a little camper basket. It's like I mean, you do you.
Oh man. And also it's like I think the theme is really cool, especially like on the right there you have those two Pokemon like arts that go with the setup, but I don't know, for me it's just like that shelf really like brings you out of the whole theme. Just because it's so cluttered and there's like the 30 hats on the top and just
Yeah, it's a little too much. And, last thing about the setup. Tom, zoom in on the laptop in the bottom left of that photo. Look how cool that decal is.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so it's got the question mark over the Apple logo, so it lights up. That is really cool. All right, let's go to the next setup, submitted by Blake. Okay. Wow, he wrote a lot. My reading skills are really going to challenge me here. Okay, he is from Indiana. He's a freshman in high school. He loves playing video games, watching movies, and that's mainly what he uses setup for. And a lot of stuff. Yeah, he wrote a lot. Okay, so anyways, with all that in mind, how old do you think he is?
Did you say he was in school?
Yeah, he's a freshman in high school.
Okay, well, crap. Now I gotta think. How old was I? Maybe he's 15.
Yeah, you got
really?
it. Right on the dot,
All right,
yeah.
wow.
So there you go. I mean, for 15, what do you think of this setup?
It's honestly, I think it's pretty cool. I really love the Star Wars theme that he has going on, like with the, what is that, a blanket or a throw underneath the desk? One thing though that really, it seems really short. Maybe, it's probably just the angle of the photo, but, because I mean, I don't know how you could fit, if it was super short, I don't know how you could.
Kita ka sa camera, huwag ka na magkaila. Umalis. Umalis. Alis. Ba't ka alis? Anong gagawin mo dyan? Ha? Ha? Ano, wala lang yan? Ha? Bumaba ka dyan. Bumaba ka dyan. Bumaba ka dyan. Pangina mo ka? Bago ka. Hoy! Putangin na mo, hoy! Ano, tatakas ka? Ha? Ha? O pumunta tayo sa pulis, o hali ka. O pumunta nga tayo doon. Tangina mo, tatakas ka ba? Ha?
I'm coming for you, Barbara.
I'm the one that's supposed to save you. I'm just really new to all this. Oh, no worries. Don't sweat it. That's what roomies are for. Isn't that obvious? It's a pretty shitty wig.
Well, maybe if I add some glasses to it, people won't notice.
Really? Who are you gonna fool with that? happy we could be here together.
I'm really happy that you saved me.
You know, that's what friends are for. I will always be there for you, Supergirl.
Aww.
I've been wanting to do this for so long.
I'm kind of nervous.
It's okay, just relax and have fun. Lips are so beautiful. I love your blonde hair. It's so amazing. Oh, so much better.
Yeah, you didn't like my wig.
No, this is more you. You don't need this right now, do you? Are you? So much. I love your blonde hair. It's so amazing. Oh, so much better.
Yeah, you didn't like my wig.
No, this is more you. want to make this right now, do you? I guess. Turn around. Wow. Get over your big booty. Supergirl's ass. Such a good ring to it. I really like it. Do you like that? I think you do. You're so strong. Thank you for saving me too. I pick you up. You're so... I pick you up. You're strong. I can take you, Supergirl. Sexy.